Hi, hope everyone's having a great day today. As I do new different videos and I go back and watch them or listen to them a little bit, I am finding myself um, knowing that I need to explain some things to make some things easier. And so this morning, I woke up and I heard from my higher self I need to explain limiting beliefs and belief systems. So that might be a little bit easier for people to understand. Um, so I've got a lot of stuff written down right here. I'm going to read off a little bit just to make things a little bit easier. I did get some definitions just to make things a little bit easier because I understand it. But sometimes my way of explaining it might not be so simple for people to understand. So, limiting beliefs are stories that we tell ourselves about who we are that hold us back from becoming who we are meant to be. These are subconscious beliefs that we may not even know we have until we start to dig deep. And I'm just going to list some examples to hopefully make it a little bit easier. A limiting belief: I never have what I want. If you go and change that to the truth, if you're in working on changing limiting beliefs, you would say, I am happy and grateful for what I have and can work towards what I want. Limiting belief: there's no way I can afford that. And the truth of that limiting belief is, one day I will be able to afford that. A limiting belief: life is hard. The truth of that limiting belief is, I am getting through life as best I can, and I'm confident it is leading to ease. A limiting belief: this is taking too long. The truth: with patience and faith, I will reach my goal. A limiting belief: I am getting old. The truth of that limiting belief: I am growing in valuable wisdom and experience every day. Limiting belief: there's no way this will there's no way this will work. The truth of that limiting belief is, there is a way this can work. And this is just something else that I thought about when I was writing down limiting beliefs. People are fucked up. People are a piece of shit. The truth of that limiting belief is, everyone is doing the best they can. Limiting belief: I can't do anything right. I always fail. The truth of that limiting belief: failure is a learning tool. Um, so the way that I went through this, I was able to understand what my limiting belief systems were, and it came as a download. Then I needed to figure out how to change these things, and all of that came with learning how to sit with myself and learning how to get into my body and how to pay attention to what my body was telling me and what the universe is telling me. Everything around us, if we know how to listen and watch and listen, is speaking to us. So I'm taking a higher self course right now, light code higher self course. I'm not sure, there's a couple things that we call it, but the way Benjamin is the guy who does the course, and the way he explains limiting beliefs and switching them in your head is a really cool process. Maybe we can talk about that someday. But I'm just trying to show what the sides are to try to explain what limiting beliefs are. Okay, so when you're thinking about limiting beliefs, or if you're going to try to figure it out for yourself or try to start working on this kind of thing, assess your behavior. Think about times that you have acted out in toxic ways from your ego aspect. When you look at these things deeply, you will begin to see your limiting beliefs. So, anytime that you react instead of respond to something, you're reacting from a limiting belief. You are not responding, obviously. And that's a whole nother thing that we can go into, reacting versus responding. But to try to look at your limiting beliefs, assess your behaviors and your toxic traits, and start to break them down one by one. Start to look at them and see what they're trying to tell you. Um, something else I wanted to say when I was doing this. Also, the next part of it is the belief systems. As I was looking through Google just to get some definitions to try to help make things a little bit easier for people to understand, I was really realizing that, and it makes sense with everything else that I've been realizing, that belief systems have come from religion. And I can see how, I'm not saying that in any kind of way, just I see how that has evolved. Um, so, and from what I was gathering this morning, religion is where beliefs started. So, belief system, in a simple term, is a set of principles that help us to interpret our everyday reality. A belief is a state of mind when we consider something true, even though we are not 100% sure or able to prove it. A political belief system forms a person's opinion of the government, economic system, and various other social structures. So our beliefs are opinions, but we grow up thinking that it's truth and there is no other way, and anything that would go against a belief that we have would be wrong. And that creates the cognitive dissonance in our bodies that I did the video on yesterday. So if you can see how that relates and how that goes together, then that will help make more sense. So a belief system is how you act. Your beliefs, ideas that you hold to be true, your values, what is important to you, your attitudes, how you treat others and approach situations equal your behavior, which equals how you act. So I'm going to go through a couple more things that I've written down. Beliefs versus values. And this may make things a little bit more easier. Please ask questions. I don't mind explaining in a different way. All of this is just things that I understand and how I live my daily life now. And so I'm trying to find ways to break down things and explain to people, because I see my husband and my kids when I'm talking using words like this, belief systems, and if they're not understanding what that is, it can be taken in a wrong way. So I'm just trying to help explain a little bit. Values, standards of behavior, one's judgment of what's important in life. The belief, value, I've written down here beliefs versus values. So each one of these, I'm going to say the values and then the belief. So the values of that were standards of behavior, one's judgment of what's important in life. The belief is acceptance that something is true, especially without proof. A value, loyalty, fairness, courage, and respect. A belief, lying is bad, God created the world, cheating is immoral. A value, related to day-to-day life, and a belief, mostly related to religion. So these are things that like I said, I just went and I was trying to get some definitions of words, easier ways to explain them, limiting beliefs versus belief systems. So our limiting beliefs can, will, and do create belief systems, but both of them are things that we have to, and I call it walking back through, or figuring out, like for me, figuring out why I believed what I believed about the political parties. Because I had never researched on my own or never read anything. And it was because of what I grew up in, what I heard growing up. I thought that was just what it was, and there was nothing else. I didn't need to question it. I didn't need to look for another answer. That's just what it was. And it goes for everything. It goes for every belief that we have. It goes for everything. Like every school is a belief system. Um, our financial system is a belief system. Everything is a belief system that you believe. If you believe that this is a plant, then this is a plant and it's being recreated in every moment as a plant. That's a belief system. Yes, in a lot of other quantum physics talk, the molecules of that plant you could change to something else, and that would spend a lot of energy to try to do. I'm not saying that it couldn't be done, but everything can be changed. Everything is a belief system. Everything can be changed. Um, it's just, what do you believe about it? And every person's belief system to them is their truth. And so that learning how to understand that and being able to have compassion and respect for each person's truth and each person's set of belief systems is a whole nother level. But when you understand that, you understand more of where people are coming from. And so you don't take it personal. You don't make as many assumptions. You don't be in victimization mode as much, is a good way to put it, because that was a huge thing that I had to get out of. I felt like everybody was doing everything to me. And I had to step back, and that was all a belief system. I had to realize that each person has their own life going on every day and every moment, and it has nothing to do with me. So that was also a huge realization in my life. Um, but back to belief systems and limiting beliefs, it comes down to what we have grown up in, what we have been taught, and this is part of being sovereign. This is part of knowing your truth and speaking your truth, not having to prove it to anybody, not having to have an okay, not having to have a pat on the back. When you understand your resonance and what's going on, then you're able to look at your belief systems and, why did I act that way? Why did I respond that way? Or why didn't I respond? Why did I react that way? Why am I aggravated? Why am I mad? Why am I taking that person's aggravation as something I did wrong? So all of these things go together. Everything goes together to me. I'm sure you guys will hear me say that a lot. But I just wanted to start breaking down some of these words and start explaining some of the things that I mean, instead of just saying them expecting everybody to understand. So if you guys have any questions, please put them under the video and I will check periodically to see if there's anything I can answer. And if there's any videos that or other words or things I say that you would like me to explain or break down more, please let me know that also. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.